Hey, you have to make high ticket offer. Hi, Jack here. In this video, I'm going to talk about what is high ticket offer and how you can construct a high ticket offer. But before I do that, I would like you to do me a favor. If you haven't subscribed, please do so, because you can help me have these videos reach out to a wider range of audiences so that my channels can be spread to more people and let them watch. Would that be okay? And number two, hit the bell and get notified. Hit the bell and get notified so that you know when my next video is up. All right? So here is one thing, high ticket offer. So what is high ticket offer? This word pretty much has happened in the market for about 2-3 years. Like frequently you hear people talk about premium offer, high ticket offer, premium high ticket offer, whatever you call this. Now what is exactly high ticket offer? Now high ticket offer is very relative, because some of you currently in your funnel, you might be offering a program, say $497, or you might be offering even an ebook or just a consult for like $250. So is that high ticket for you? Well, if you haven't done anything before, then from 0 to 250 is high ticket. But let's say you're talking about currently you are already on 497 and you are thinking about how you can construct an offer that is 3997, 4997 or 5997. But that's obviously high ticket, because it's like 10 times of what you're offering right now. Does that make sense? All right. So what's high ticket offer? It's relative. It's a lot based on your current situation. So some people actually define high ticket offer as a program or course or product that is $3,000, $5,000. I'll just say that it's relative. Okay, so let's not confuse with the threshold, because when you define a high ticket offer as 5,000, then people say, whoa, if mine is only 4,997, it's not 5,000, so mine is not high ticket offer. Really? So again, contextual, not the rules. All right, so how do you construct high ticket offer? Number one, you want to actually ask yourself, how much do you want to charge? Yes, how much do you want to charge? Because the first thing that must come from is you. If you are thinking of, I don't know how much I want to charge, just close your eyes. Although you're watching video right now, but I just ask you to close your eyes and then sense the number coming from you, coming out from you. 20,000. Yes, your mind will suddenly say, you sure or not? Yes, that is the literal voice. That's what the literal voice is talking about. $20,000. Okay, good, awesome. I worked with clients before on this. I did the same thing. I asked the person to come up with the high ticket offer. And I said, before you even talk about what you're offering, what is the price you want to charge? And I said, well, 25. Good. Can you go to the toilet? Like this is the exercise. I've actually talked about this in some of my other digital assets before, but for the purpose of these videos, you may not have heard, so I'll repeat myself. And this is what we call telling the truth. That is, you go to the toilet and strip off your clothes. Look into the eyes of the person in the mirror, naked, and tell that person, well, I'm going to sell you $25,000. And feel at that point what's happening. Feel what's happening, right? Because the key thing is this. The key thing is that if you can't convince you to buy $25,000, then you cannot close $25,000 from anybody. So that is always the litmus test. You've got to sell yourself. You've got to convince yourself that you are willing to. Now, some of you would then say, of course I believe. Really? Just like I said, you can fake it, but you can say one thing, but you don't feel the same. So I want you to be very congruent with this. So that is the first thing that you have to do. You've got to convince yourself that this is the amount you're willing to pay for your program. Because if you can't, then there's no way we talk about how you construct your offer. High-ticket offer principles number 2. This is even better. So the first one, remember, is talking about you convincing yourself to pay for that. Number 2, have you actually experienced this kind of offer before as a buyer? Well, the key thing is that I recall my time back in 2005, and that was the year which I invested $25,000 US for a 1-year mentorship program, which I have to fly to US 7 times in the year. That was the year that I really went crazy. I went to US 7 times, 11 cities. Like, there was always a mastermind with 25 people that together with me is another student from Singapore. So I have to fly to US, East Coast, West Coast, like for that year 7 times, 11 cities. And what happened was that I paid 25. And by the way, if you check in 2005, the exchange rate between US dollars and Sing dollars was 1.68. 1 US dollars was 1.68 Sing dollars. Like right now, at the time of recording this video, it's 1.41, 1.42. It's 1.68 back in 2005. It's huge amount of money. So therefore, I have long time accept the fact that paying 25, okay, I pay already. And you know what I did? I was very eager, very excited to pay the 25. I had no moment of doubt, buyer's remorse whatsoever. I'm looking forward to that. So a long time ago, I have accepted, well, I have already got the experience of paying 25,000. So the principle is that when you are able to offer a program of 25,000, have you been a subject on the other side? That is, have you actually paid 25,000? Now, here's one thing that I do have to caveat. When I say caveat, it means that you might say, but I don't have the experiences, can I afford paying $25,000 right now to any program? So the question is that, well, if you cannot afford $25,000 right now to pay for another program, then it means that you might have a hard time of offering $25,000. I'm not saying that you can't. All I'm saying is that you may have a hard time. Because when you offer $25,000 program to the marketplace, which you have not subject to $25,000 as a payment before, guess what? You can't really understand how the buyers would feel when they receive a $25,000 offer. And that's really from the bottom of my heart. While I know there are trainers out there who would teach you fake it to make it, pretend that you have invested $25,000 before, but honestly, experience can't be pretended. Okay, so that's my experience. I have invested $25,000 back in 2005, so now when I'm offering 25, it's not a problem. My only hurdle right now is that I have not invested anything beyond $150,000, okay, except for some very high ticket offers. So if I were to offer $150,000 right now, I have not reached that level. I have not reached that level. So I have confession to make. So when I say high ticket offer, so tell me you are talking about high ticket offer. Have you bought anything $150,000 before? I say, well, except for my property. Obviously, that's no brainer. But other than this, like any programs that is like $150,000 before, no, I haven't done that before. My maximum is $50,000. So I do have experience up to $50,000, $50K to invest in a program before. So therefore, my maximum threshold right now when I'm offering any programs of mine, maximum is $50,000. Okay, so this is principle number 2. Principle number 3, now you have to really understand the contents of your offer. Now the thing is this, when I say contents, all I mean is that when the person invests $25,000 with you, what exactly would the person get? Okay? So here what we say is that when you make an offer of $25,000, yes, you've got to provide details. Because imagine, you're asking for $25,000 and you just say, you just trust me. Okay, I will work with you in a year and you will make X dollars of money back. Honestly, if something goes wrong, there's no black and white, it won't work. And you want to protect yourself with black and white as well. So therefore, it's very important for you to map out list down what is included in your offer. So this is just for legal protection. But at the same time, it also helps you map out exactly what is the offer consisting of. So your offer can consist of, say, 5 programs, 6 programs, or 7 items. You want to list it down. The more details you provide in the offer, guess what the psychology is? That the more details you provide, the higher perceived value this offer is. It's very amazing. Like imagine you can say, well, my offer is $25,000, is a 1-year mastermind. You can go to these 3 live events with me for the rest of the year. So your $25,000 is talking about live events 3 times. So human mind says 25,000 divided by 3, so each mastermind will be $8,333. Like you see, the math goes that way. So if you add something, what if I'm providing a monthly coaching 12 times for the whole year? Okay, your mastermind is 3 live events plus 12 coaching. All right. How about quarterly meeting? So instead of 3 live events, providing quarterly review. So we have got 4 quarterly review meetings, one-on-one. Okay. How about doing group case studies or group coaching? How many times? 4 times, 6 times, 12 times, your call. How about giving them some gifts, a book, some online library, digital library, templates, give them some tools. Okay. What else? Facebook group. Very often nowadays everyone talk about, okay, you have direct access to my private Facebook group. Okay, Facebook group. What else? WhatsApp, Telegram, WeChat, Line. Okay, throw it in. But last but not least, unlimited email support, lifetime. Okay, so now from 1 live event, you throw in you throw in a lot of items there. So your 25,000 looks like, okay, the perceived value is there. So spend some time working out the exact content, what we will throw into the high ticket offer. Make it as detailed as possible so as to increase the perceived value. And then when you are offering 25,000, let's say, then make sure your material, like the product sheet, the catalog, spend some money, make it better. Okay, don't just print on a A4 paper. Okay, use a printer with this like lousy printer's ink and print off A4 paper and give it out. Go to a shop and print in a branded material, because when you're asking for 25,000, you've got to do something to make it like 25K. Understand? So these are some of the tips that I personally use when I'm creating high ticket offer. Well, it doesn't matter whether you're charging 25, 20, 15, or maybe just $8,000. Think about how you can increase your perceived values so that people will feel that, okay, it is actually worth buying. So remember, these principles will not work unless you work it. And no matter what I say, this will be just pieces of information if you treat it as such. All right? So if you do have any other questions on speaking, training, and facilitation, comment below. I would love to see what questions you have, and I may consider answering some of these questions in the form of future videos. Okay, so my name is Jack Wong. I hope our path crosses in future or some days in the form of future videos or physical meeting. Till then we next meet, I'm signing off, and all good wishes.